So before I get started with this video, I want to make this very clear. I love the fact that there's young people promoting the idea of ownership. I know how much it has changed my life, and I just want people to explore that possible opportunity for themselves. So let's get into the video, and it's a video that compares the idea of renting versus ownership, but it has a ton of errors, and you don't want to give people a false sense of reality, okay?
So here's part 2 to rent versus own. We have a $200,000 house for sale. You're going to put 3% down, which comes out to $6,000, and your monthly payment is going to be $1,300, which shockingly is $700 less than you were paying while renting. On average, people...
So off rip, I see multiple errors, okay? A property that is $200,000 typically isn't going to be $2,000 a month in rent. The rent comparison should be somewhere around $1,400 to $1,600. Now, the second big error that I noticed is that she's just calculating the mortgage. There's other costs that are associated with owning a property, right? For an example, insurance, and you're going to be paying a mortgage insurance because you're only putting down 3%, as well as property taxes and a possible HOA. So all those things factored together is probably going to be somewhere around $1,400 to $1,600. So they're basically going to cancel each other out. So you're not going to be paying $700 less. Now let's continue.
Stay in a house for 13 years, but we're going to use 4 years as an example.
Okay.
The value of the property will go up about 3% each year. So when you put it up for sale in 4 years, you'll sell it for $200,000.
So I've seen a ton of people having an issue with this 3% each year thing. I mean, I don't think this is far-fetched or unobtainable. For an example, my properties can bring in somewhere around 7 to 10% in a single year. But of course, a lot of people that look to purchase a property, they're just buying for the look of the home. They're not looking at the possibilities of making income with the property that they're purchasing. And because of that, they're missing out on a ton of opportunities. They get in situations where the property actually goes underwater or only brings in around 1 to 2%, right? When if you were to pay attention about the possible jobs coming to the area, different real estate development projects, and various other things, you could make a ton of money when purchasing your first home, right? As long as you're buying the right property in the right location.
$224,000. You'll need to pay off what you owe, which at that point will be about $178,000, and you'll be left.
I'm not sure it's actually $178,000. I think it's probably somewhere around 180. So I'll use 180 with like my final calculations.
With $46,000 as a profit. Don't lose money, make money.
So that's probably the biggest issue that I have with this video. It's not actually 46,000, it's 44,000, but she left out a very big thing, which is closing costs. So you're going to be paying closing costs when you purchase a home, and you're also going to be paying a closing cost when you're selling the home. So the selling closing cost is going to be somewhere around 10%, right? So 10% of $224,000 is going to be $22,000, right? So you factor that in, the selling closing costs, and you minus that from $44,000, you're going to be left with $22,000. Then you're going to minus the buying closing costs, which is probably going to be somewhere around $10K, who knows? And that's going to leave you with $12,000. So from that $12,000, you have to possibly minus maintenance and repairs, right? Which isn't going to be that much. I mean, I see a lot of people on social media, they overestimate how much maintenance and repairs is going to be if you go through the proper inspection process, right? Because a lot of times homeowners, they end up purchasing a property and their inspector misses out on certain things. And then they're having tons of appliance issues down the line. And because of that, they're stuck having to pay this large amount in repairs, when if they just went to a well-reviewed inspector, they could have avoided all of that, right? So typically speaking, I would say in 4 years, I don't know, maybe $1,000, right? So she's probably going to be left with $10,000 to $11,000. Okay. Now, overall, I'm not mad at the video. I'm not mad. I see a lot of people angered by the video. Look, I think this was just a young person that Googled up something and just kind of went with it, trying to promote that idea, but overall just ended up putting out something that gives people a fictional idea of what could happen. All right. So, like I said, this money is possible, but you just have to go through the proper steps. And this step isn't it.